making our way towards Oregon. We've caught the small problem with one of our lines. You ready? Alright, switching. Tyler's fixing it. He's been using some pliers and some clamps to kind of jerry-rig it shut. And another issue, but hopefully small on our issue list. So, we've tried every restaurant in the last town we went through, and pretty much every restaurant in this town. There's been no grease at all. Not a single person has grease.
You guys brought me along for more than one reason. My Spanish bilingual skills.
No way.
Got us a pot of fresh grease.
Yes. It is, I think it's about 12 o'clock. Just finished centrifuging. We found grease at that last Mexican restaurant. Enough anyway to get us probably to Portland. So I think we're gonna start driving, and no more Seattle. But that's fine.
We arrived in Portland, Oregon, a city that loves its bicycles, and we were challenged to sell cab rides with our tandem. But first, we had to add a few modifications to make our bike a little more sellable. Meet Bruce, our mascot. And just to eliminate any confusion, he is a moose.
Alright, so do we have a goal? How many people do you think we can get on this bike?
I think we can get a lot of people on the bike.
Give me a number.
25 people.
25 people.
We need to get at least 10.
No, Corey just said 25. I'm sticking to that.
Alright, Bruce. You and I have got some business to do. It's raining right now. Raining and it sucks. The rules are simple. We each have 1 hour to sell as many rides as possible. And I was up first. This is definitely not the right part of town. We gotta go downtown, I think. I don't even know how to get downtown. Do you?
No?
My strategy was to ride right up to people and show them like what a good time I'm having on this moose. To try and show them like this could be you. This could be you on this moose right here behind me. Oddly enough, people did not flock to Bruce like we first anticipated. I can take 2 people, I swear. You guys want to ride on my moose? You guys want to ride? You guys want to ride? Come on. Come on. 3 at a time. Take turns. It's a moose. Nobody loves me.
I'm sure everybody loves you.
Do you? Oh. Yeah, I was out. I rode for 1 hour. Got 2 rides for $0. I guess you call it a failure. I call it a learning experience. Yeah. As my hour ended, with mild disappointment and frustration, Seth prepared to head out.
And now my goals are to beat Corey's 2 and to get 1 person to pay for a ride. Even if it's a quarter, I'll still have beaten Corey. Have pegs that you can stand on. It's quite simple. 1 out the door.
10 minutes in?
Doing pretty good. Well, 10 minutes in. He's a daring chap. He was into the way of the moose riders. Yeah, I'd say riding moose is just so awesome. Riding, I know a lot of people are afraid of riding moose, but I'm from Maine and we do it all the time. You're afraid of tandem? You saw it through my disguise. God, what kind of image are we making for ourselves? For Mainers in general. Junior Boren like a ride on my moose? Would you guys like a ride on a moose? I'm being serious. Even though it definitely sounds like I'm not. At least I have plaid on, keeping with it.
Alright, Seth, what went wrong?
I spent a lot of time riding around in places that weren't very good, but that's not a very good excuse. I should have done better. I mean, I can think of a few points. I could have pushed a couple people a little harder, I think. I have 30 seconds to get 1 more person on the back of this tandem. I mean my moose. Would you guys like a ride on a moose? Are you sure I can fit two of you? And then we could definitely crush my competition. Am I out of time now? Maybe if I was taller.
Okay. Blame it on your Napoleon complex.
Corey had some success with females. I think it's because he's taller than I am. I'll stick to my guns there.
At the end of our first 2 hours, Seth was struggling.
I still only have one person who's ridden with me, and I'm very sad and depressed right now.
We had only given 3 total rides, and our chances for success were not looking good. The stakes had been raised for Tyler. With our success now depending on him, he would need to get at least 7 rides to reach our minimum goal of 10.
I think his strategy was one-upping us by calling someone, so you don't count.
My name's Tyler. Would you like to take a moose ride with me?
I would love to take a moose ride with you.
Cheater.
In who around?
Anybody.
Oh, really?
You want to ride when he gets back?
Sure, why not?
Plus 1 friend, plus 1 Elvis, Tyler was off to a great start.
Nice. Great. Never had a celebrity on the back of my bike. What do you think, man?
Yeah, it's good.
What's the best time of the day to be Elvis in Portland?
Oh, Saturday.
Saturdays.
37 minutes
Where can
left.
we go?
And I have 3.5 rides.
3. You have 3 rides.
Fun. 3 rides.
As the clock ticked on, Tyler's number slowly rose. Our minimum goal was in sight, and he had almost made it.
Well, I've been rather successful so far. I've had 6 people on my bike. I mean, and it's fun. Like, I've just been saying, I'm just kind of doing it to make people happy. Like, who wouldn't want a tandem ride, especially with Bruce on the ride? What's up, man?
I love it! Hey, thank you!
But unfortunately, we don't really know how to monetize it. We were hoping like people would hear our story and give us some money. We are trying to raise some money for a cool cause that we found here in Portland, but we're not going to be able to raise enough to make any sort of impact.
At the close of 3 hours, we had given collectively 12 rides. It took a while, but once people saw others riding with us, they wanted to join in as well. Everyone who got on the bike had a good time, and ultimately that's what mattered most. It was a bummer that we couldn't turn this challenge into a successful fundraiser, but brightening people's days, even just a little, made it all worth it for us.
I love you, Bruce.
Our next and final episode for this summer is a race to the Pacific. Hitchhiking across state lines, every man for himself. Sabotage is encouraged. See you next time. Love the bus.
I swim. Do you see how I saved that camera? Did you see how I saved the camera? I saw that was happening. Still going too. Oh my god. Ow, that sucked a lot.